All right, we're back with episode 5, Empyrion Alpha 12.3. We went out and risked our lives with some drones, and we came back and we dropped all our promethium into our cargo container here in our little slum of a home, and we are going to make us some multi-tool charges. Let's see what we got here. So why turn our base back on? Well, come in here. Let's go to this and our tools. Drill charges, multi-tool charges, and it's locked. So F2, go to our tech tree. It's going to be in tools, multi-tools. So here's multi-tool tier 2. It uses the same charges as this does, but you'll loot these T2s, so don't worry about that for right now. And drill doesn't unlock till that drill is awesome. You can pick up an epic one too. The epic tools you can't repair in the repair station, but we're a ways away from having a repair station for tools. It is unlock level 10. No, unlock cost 10. Unlock level 7. So where are we at? We are at... we're at 6. We're moving right up to... So let's go back into our tools and our multi-charges. So for every one of these you build, you put in the thing, and outputs 3, 2, 3, make about 9 of them for now total. So 3 in, 9 out. We're conserving fuel. Now the thing with promethium is also, if you look, let's go to our tech tree because I'm pretty sure it's not unlocked. Would it be miscellaneous? There's our wireless connections. I love wireless. Tools, weapons, base. Come on. Where are you at? Promethium is fuel. Now, there's several different types of fuel. We're going to find it eventually, I guess. Someday soon. No. Come on, man. Be in here. Oh, here they are, right in front of my face. So you got promethium fuel packs, the little ones, large ones, and the fusion cells. Now, the fusion cells take hydrogen bottles and promethium, and they mix them together, and they make big fuel for the capital vessels and fill in large amounts of fuel tanks. Because we just got little tiny little thing. You can buy a large one. Then there's ones that's like 4 of these. So there's these, the ones that are 2 of these, and the ones that are 4 of these. You can put a dozen of them in your ship and never have to worry about fuel for weeks. So, but we don't have enough promethium. Well, I guess we do. We got 169 promethium ore. So when you turn promethium ore into pellets, it takes 1 ore and puts out 10 pellets. So we got a lot of pellets. But we're going to make good use of it. So we're done with that. We're going to grab this. Grab our multi-charges that we made. Put them in here. We got a drill charge. We don't have a drill. We could probably loot a drill. But I'm going to show you guys. Let's go to bed and make this day. Now you can. We got a base, so we can put down an actual home. Oh, let me show you while we're here. So let's hit P to go to our base. See what devices we got. Nothing's ungrouped. But for your main, you can actually make this your home spawn. See how it's grayed out right now? You can't do nothing about it. Well, you can go in here and you can make a clone device. Or for a home, you can come in and make a device, a home, and there's a medical device that you can make, and it makes one of 5 things. When you look at the inventory items, you see the little arrows next to them. That means it's got different iterations to them. Just like your boxes have these, your blocks have these. Well, those iterations are the different shapes that you can use to make different things and shape them in certain ways. But for the medical devices, I don't know if you can make them here on a regular one. You might have to have a large constructor to make them. But you can make a clone chamber and put that down right now. And then you can make this your home spawn. So whenever you die, this can be one of the options of the places that you get to spawn in. Right? So that's news for you. But you can substitute this for the medical chamber, the one that just heals you, right? And if you look, we are low on food. If only we were smart enough to keep a refrigerator for all that stuff we were collecting. So we got spoiled food here. So we're going to hit F4 to the dart, pull up the fridge, put our spoiled food in here. Remember, we're keeping this because we make growing plots out of it. And if we look in here, we got 38 steak. So we have a large constructor. I do not know if that will convert to a food processor. If not, it does not matter. We put a core down for this, and it has a food processor in it. Can you make food in this? You cannot make food in this. We can't make. Can we make steak in here? We can make steak in here. Remember, we can. So take our steaks, stick it in here. We got a refrigerator, so we can make all the steak we want. That does health and food. See, if we didn't run smart enough to keep that as a refrigerator, we'd have to hop in our ship and go bouncing around picking up some vegetables to be able to make this stuff, or go kill some stuff to pick up the meat. Blah blah blah. You get the picture, right? Here we go. Same thing goes. As long as you put it in the fridge, you'll be okay. But we really should be getting into that, making the Iron Bandit right now, or making. I'll explain this theory to you. So we'll get rid of Empyrion and see. So remember, we were here, right? There's another vessel here, the steel transport. There's two different versions of this up here. Now this one is entirely carbon, and this one is made of steel. So this takes more damage, and they both have the same flight characteristics. But the beautiful thing about this vessel is, I'm going to recommend you guys make the steel one, because it's a matter of more iron, but we're standing in a ton of iron. With this Heidelberg around us, we just scrap it, especially when we get this multi-tool. We've already got it. We'll be able to scrap it really fast and be able to make this vessel. Now this vessel, you see there's two different sides. There's a big cargo bay in the center, but this has like 14,000 storage, so that you can go up into space here and you can loot a ton of things and bring it down. Go grab you some cobalt while you're up there, grab you some more promethium maybe, because this will deal with drones. Just with the way it is, it's kind of rough, because the drones call that destroyer in and other drones, but there's those two miniguns that are on it will make short work of drones. But specifically why this is an important vessel is underneath those guns you see that are mounted up there. Now those guns will automatically target and shoot things for you. You don't have to do anything. So while you're out of the ship mining, because we don't have a mining turret right now, because only hover vessels and capital vessels can have a mining turret on it, right? So all we're going to have is this SV. So while you're out mining it, if those drones come over, those will take them out for you. So you're safe. Now, you see underneath the guns, you see there's a big compartment there. That'll hold a warp drive, a short-range warp drive, and the pentaxic tank. It'll also hold a shield generator, right? But the shield generator is going to require you to upgrade the CPU, and I think that's going to require some of that gold over there. But what's important about the warp drive and the pentaxic tank is it doesn't require any resources to make, because in space, the pole have a mine area where vessels get crashed. And up there in every world, this is the starter world, starter galaxy, there is an SV that's a tier 4. Now it doesn't have any of the computers, so if you tear out their core and put your core in, it's just going to blow up all the generators. But what's important is it has a warp drive and a pentaxic tank. So you fly up there, and believe me, you got to be quick with this one. You destroy their core, put in your core, and then you loot their pentaxic tank and their warp drive, hop in the ship and get back down here really quick, right? Get you enough pentaxid so that you could use this ship here to warp to there's another asteroid belt inside this system that has neodymium in it. And let's show you that real quick. But this one here is it's a really good ship. You can see it uses 512 carbon substrate, 360 iron. All this stuff is easy. The 44 cobalt ingot. There's cobalt in space, so make sure you grab some when you get up there. But let's jump back over to Empyrion. Let me show you the galaxy map. So we're going to hit M to open up the map. And this is our system. This is our starter system. So if you hover over this, click this info panel here, then click this tab there. And you'll see where we are now. It's going to have iron, silicon, copper, cobalt, and promethium. Now, we also have a moon you can go to. It's going to have other resources there and more crashed vessels for you to loot and do all types of other stuff with. But what's important is, look here. One of these is going to have neodymium on it. Here we go. So look, we got some zirconium, good on us. Iron, silicon, magnesium. Magnesium is used for like ammunition and stuff like that. So it's really handy to have. Cobalt, gold, titanium. Where is our neodymium? Where is our neodymium? Iron, silicon, magnesium, sathium. Where is it? Cobalt, neodymium. So we got to short range warp over to the Kai moon, and it's not necessarily going to be on the surface. It's going to be in the asteroids around it. I hope anyway. But there's where we're going to get our neodymium. Now we also might have neodymium on our moon. We won't know till we get there, but we're going to need it. It doesn't look like it though. Usually there's neodymium here, but that's just empty space. This is our sun. There's nothing there. Every time you warp from like, you can warp, if you had a CV, a capital vessel right now, it has a long range warp. You could warp, I think, 30 light years away. So you could warp to here. You can warp to here. You can warp to here. Yeah, see, 8.6. That seems awful. Oh, I guess. I'm trying to find one that's for 31, so you couldn't warp to there. So you'd have to warp to one close to it, then warp to it. But the point is, when you warp there, you always warp into where the sun is, right? So it's pretty safe. There's nothing there. I've never ever been to 1,000 of these places. I've never seen anything near a sun. So you can warp there, then go. Once you're there, then you can open it up and expand it and see everything that's there. So, with the whole goal of this is to get to an SV, a small vessel that has short range warp, to be able to get the other rare ores that you need. But importantly, remember all those purple things that I geek out at? Is there are POIs that you literally have to park your ship and go into, right? So when you go into these, you may end up get hit by a drone strike and you lose your ship. So that's why it's nice to have a ship that has automatic weapons on it that can defend itself, so that you can get back out to it to go attack the drone. Now you can attack drones with shotguns; they'll come in that close. You can attack them with shotguns or a rifle or whatever, to help defend it. But believe me, those miniguns are effective. Anyway, so we got our promethium. We know promethium makes fuel and stuff. We got wood, but the important thing is we have. We got to get our multi-tool out of here. I think it's in here. Yep, there it is. Our multi-tool. So now we have our survival tool is going to take us back seat. So because we put our core down, now this box, you see it's 8,000. We can Wi-Fi connect to it. And now we can come up here two ways you can do this. See how it's yellow? Now we activate our drone. We can come to our multi-tool and click on retrieve blocks. So now when we kick this, when we can just pick it up, not break it down and salvage it, just pick up the whole block, and it's going to go right into that box inventory because this is too heavy for us to carry. However, you may not want to do that, so F5 to get back out of that. So what if you were standing here and you just wanted to do it? Well, hit escape, and down here next to your taskbar, this is your connected toolbar for like Wi-Fi and stuff like this. But if you click this, it takes you back to your stuff. So your items in your hotbar. And now you can make sure you're on retrieve. And now you see you picked up one large constructor. You look at your inventory, it is not here. That's because it is now in this chest that's associated with the base. See, it goes back to yellow. See, that's 1,280 volume out of 8,000. So what we want to do is we want to go ahead and pick up what we can while we're in here. And might as well get O2 station, armor locker, Let's salvage this. There's our medical devices. Because we can't even make it. We probably can't now as we picked up that large constructor. But we're going to retrieve it. And here's another medical device. And some lights. This is grow lights that you need for growing plants. Too bad there's 1, 2, 3 growing plots. Steel right off the bat. That's wonderful. Ooh, there's 3 more up there. 1, 2, 3. Grow light. Ooh, another grow light. Each grow light will support, don't quote me on this, 9 grow plots. The grow plots is what you use to put plants in, and that is a small O2 tank. Get rid of that. All these things use a CPU, doesn't matter. It's a passenger seat. Yeah, let's grab it. Let's hit F4 to see how much space we got left. Oh, why are we not doing? The Heidelberg, and we're getting close. But it's okay. There's plenty. What we'll do is we'll grab. See, that's only 8,000. What we should have done is picked it up. Like we're going to do this one because now we own it. We can pick it up. We can pick it up, and we can grab it. Why did you do that? Oh, where'd it go? Oh, it's here in the taskbar because it's still associated with that. So now we hit tab. Now we can drag it down to our inventory and our hotbar. And now we can add a constructor out. Page down, slides it down. Page up, slides it up. Bow. So now we have 16,000 out that's associated with our base and not their base. We don't have a Wi-Fi. But that's what we should have done with this instead of... Ooh, so this is another one we can just pick up real quick. Got it. Now, anything we put in this box, when we tear up that core, we're going to have to manually pick up or use one of our boxes to Wi-Fi connect to pick up and move it. But that's okay. We are going to F4, grab it, move it over here, escape, tab to enter our inventory. Pick it up, move over here, and we are going to right click it, select that box, or any one you want, but we want the 16s, rotate it, page it down. Now, we have just tripled our bar size. But remember, we got to hit P, go to the devices, see how it's ungrouped, so we can't name it. So you want to organize it, click OK, click P, and you can put constructor out, enter. And it's easy to name them because when you go to that drop down to pick things, you know, like this one can be, we're going to change it to base storage. So anything we, ooh, what happened there? Base storage. So now it's the base storage. And we're going to change this one to constructor in. Constructor in. Now we're going to go to our constructor. It's constructor in, and now we're going to go constructor out. Out. So now we put stuff in here, constructor makes it, and it puts it out to here. So we don't have to go digging through the stuff that we want to make. Good deal. So now we have base storage. We don't have a Wi-Fi device for our base. We may get too far away. Everywhere we go over here, we're essentially attached to this. So we got F4, but we can, while we're in here, what's this? Hit the escape button and go back to this mode here. This way we can grab this stuff, the big heavy stuff. Constructor, Wi-Fi, O2 station, locker, O2 tank, passenger seat. Mostly important medical devices. Let me show that to you. So the medical devices, really handy stuff to deal with. So you see the default one is going to be this thing, right? And that's the thing that heals you and gives you full health. There's nothing to do but food but eat. So we're going to put that one down. But if you right click before you do anything, you got all these to choose from. Now, so you got these 4 different medical devices you could put down. This is just health, but it's also a spawn point. So whenever you die, this is always going to be an option for you to spawn at. So you got a medical type 4 that heals all these. Yeah, medical type 3 heals all these. So basically, if you're sick or you're injured or whatever, you can just come over and press F and it automatically cures your ailments. But we're just going to worry about the health one for now. So we're going to drag all this stuff up into here. And then I'm going to show you another neat little trick, because I think we're close enough to the base when we go over there. So we're going to click this. And we're going to click this again. So now that we're connected to this one on Wi-Fi, and we're going to run over here to this one. See how we don't get very far. Can I make it though? There we go. So I'm going to, I just lost it. So it was a nice try. We're going to connect to this one. What I was going to do is just drag all these things down in here. As when it was yellow when I was connected to that one behind me. Because the beautiful thing is once I'm in here, you just drag all this stuff down in here. And then you can click the Wi-Fi button to turn off the Wi-Fi, and everything you just put in your taskbar down here will instantaneously be transferred into that crate behind you. But because we lost Wi-Fi connection, we got to manually transfer everything. But we're not going to stick this stuff in here, because this stuff is stuff that goes inside of our constructor because it's crafting materials. And we're going to set this to sort. Now the thing is that it's all about value. Now you see how it looks like we've only got this space. There is a limit to it. I've only ever reached it one time, and that's when I was just mass farming. But I had it completely full. But when you get down here to the last one, it grows. You may have to hit item sort to make it grow more, but it will grow. So it grows. But I've only ever filled one up beyond the per item capacity. The weight, believe me, even at 320,000, you'll fill them. So we're going to go ahead and turn our Wi-Fi off. I think this thing should be empty. So I'm going to pick it up, retrieve it, but I'm going to put it right back down. But this time, instead of the little square one that's only 8, I'm going to put it down at 16. Because 16 is better than 8. Especially once I've got everything of value out of this. And we're going to go P, categorize it so I can name it so it's easy to find. And we're going to call it, close it out, hit P again, make sure I'm in it. Put, ST storage H for Heidelberg and hit enter. So now I just hit P. I hit F to open it. And then I use my Wi-Fi connection to connect to it. Bam. And now I can run around finding stuff like AKA these thrusters. Because these things are heavy. It won't take long to fill these. So we're going to hit escape. Click on this so I can just grab this tool. Make sure I'm at retrieve blocks. Now let's hit F4 so you can see how heavy that is. 1,600. And now how many thrusters do we have associated with this base? Thrusters. So we got 2 left thrusters. They're large. Well, they're small. 2 mediums. 2 smalls. So we got 4 smalls, 2 mediums, 6 smalls, and 2 mediums. So what size was that last one? As a medium. You never know. You may want to make your own capital vessel. I think you need a large constructor to make that block, though. A capital vessel block. When that chest gets full, what are we looking at? Good. There's none here. Oh, there's fuel tanks. Oh, see what I mean? How it falls? I just picked it up though, and it gave me steel plates. Got that out of there. What's in here? What are we looking at? 5343. Now, you can run around here looking for them. I know there's some up top up there. What are we looking at? 5343. After I get these two that are up top up here, you can see the vents that are covering them. So, no. That's landing gear. You know that's heavy. That's a 16 chest, but we want all our chests together. Come on. Let's do this anyway. We're going to go F5. Let's see, here's two up here. So we got those two. What are we doing? We're at 7,000. We might be okay. So it's F5 to get back out of the drone. Now, where are these other thrusters at? What we got here? Okay, we've already emptied all these. So let's prep that. Tab. Stick it down here just in case. Put us a second one down here. Because these are on the ground, no matter what you do to this, it won't break those. So let's grab F4. Tab. You're driving me crazy. F4 to open the Wi-Fi. Stick these in here. So we got more. So now let's find those other motors, thrusters. But let's do it the easy way. Let's hit P to access the Heidelberg. And we see these thrusters are here. So you see we've got two small ones. Show on HUD. Now let's look around. Oh, there's a small thruster over here somewhere. See it? Oh, yep, there it is, right there on the side. Now, if you was to leave this thing show on HUD, and you was to pull that thruster out, that thing would stay there, and you got no way to turn it off until you turn it. The only way to make it go away, it's annoying because you can see it even from space or another galaxy. But if you was to close the game out and load it again, it goes away. So in order to avoid that, just make sure you hit P again and you turn the show on HUD off, and it goes away. So let's pick those up. And there's another fuel tank. Make sure we got room for it. We're good. All right. There's elevators over there. We don't really need elevators yet. They're simple enough to make. I'll salvage them. But let's find the rest of our thrusters. And so you see, let's organize everything so it comes back. See, fuel tank, O tank. So we got all the fuel tanks, got all O2 tanks, generator. There's an ammo box in here somewhere too. Oh, that's that container controller. Thrusters down. There's two. Those are the small. So let's show on HUD. Here we go. Get over there to them, pick them up. Oh, guess what else? Yeah, we're gonna make this episode all about. Oh, look, there's another container. Pick it up. There's a small thruster there. But remember, we got to hit P. Take the show on HUD off. F4. How are we doing on space? We are good, bro. We are good. Now I'm pretty sure the other side of the ship's going to have another one. So let's go to the thruster. Show on HUD. Yeah, over here somewhere. And see, now remember, let's pick this up out of our way. If you look down here at the bottom, even though you've got, see this doesn't look like a thruster because it's got all this stuff on it, but that's just a texture. And I'll go grab a multi-tool, a color and texture tool, and I'll teach you about that here in this episode too. So we got the thruster. Remember, we don't want that thing stuck on there, so we get rid of show on HUD. and we pick it up. So we got all the motors just in case you wanted to build your own ship, which because a capital vessel could easily lift 320K. If you just wanted to make a transport vessel, you could take the motors from here and those other vessels we seen that were crashed. I mean, it'd be a little harder to go around getting those motors because of the transport back, unless you had a ship like the one that we're going to make, that steel cargo transfer ship, which we might skip making the iron one and just go right into making that one because we did do the Dart. So the Dart is a nice scouting ship. So we may skip the Dart, the Iron Bandit, my Iron Bandit, this playthrough. But let's see what else we got in here that we might want to pull off of here. So let's organize this stuff. Maybe we'll grab the ammo container controller. That's the ones that you can put a single block down. You can't change the shape, make them any bigger. They're 8,000. You add a container extension to them, it makes them 16,000. Add another 8,000, another 8,000. But you can't have two container controllers next to each other, and you can't have a container extension from one container controller touch another container extension from another controller. So you've always got to be a division between them. So we got doors we don't care about. We got plenty of cargo boxes floating around here. These aren't that big of a deal. I don't care. That's our core. We got doors. What's in the equipment? Bunk beds. We might want to go pick up a bunk bed. I don't care about the consoles. Those are just decorations. Oh, there's a shower. Showers are more than just showers. If you got a radiation, you got heat or something, you could take a shower and it washes that away from you. And there's a toilet. A toilet is really nice. If you get things like indigestion, which is weird because you can, we'll make a steak and we'll eat it and we'll get indigestion. Or you'll eat some food on a run and you'll get indigestion and it'll kill you, only in this game. So we can pull one of these off and go stick it on our makeshift base so we at least got it there. So let's grab this shower and let's show it on the HUD. All right, we're going to put you in there. There we go. Shower's over here. How are we doing on space? Yeah, we are more than good. So there's a shower behind this wall. You see it's a steel block. We just picked up the whole steel block. Now we're getting the shower, so we're going to hit P, turn the HUD off. We did not get the shower. That's the shower. There's the bathroom. We got the bathroom too while we're here. What else did we say we wanted? Let's look. The equipment. We got a toilet table, bunk beds. Let's grab bunk beds. I'm pretty sure those will be right above us. Oh, let's show it on HUD so we can find it. Oh yeah, it's way up there. So we are going to salvage some stuff because I don't want to keep picking all that crap. Oh, you know what? Let's drone that. So let's retrieve block. So a bunk bed would be really nice because we can take our tent with us. So if we're ever at a POI or something like that, and we die and we want to spawn back, we just make sure we put our tent near our vehicle. This way, when we die, we spawn right next to our vehicle instead of randomly 500 feet away. So we're gonna make sure we are at retrieve block. Climb up here. Salvage, so we get in here. Now I know it's a bunk bed, maybe you want a different bed, but watch this. We're gonna retrieve block. We could have just made this, but it's here, it's free. Let's utilize it. So let's go to F4. See how it comes out of furnishing deco? Watch this. We picked up a shower, we picked up a bathroom, and we picked up a bunk bed. Yeah, we ended up with 3 of these. So let's figure out why that is. So we put our furnishing deco down here. What you end up with is a bed. How about that? So we're going to take our bed and we're going to put it right against our fuel tank. When I right click on it, you see all these different options. So you got this type of let's flip it around so you guys can see what we're dealing with here. It's a regular bed. See, it looks like a regular bed. And then there's this one, a little different. And see, you can make a bench to sit on for those help you recover stamina and stuff. I never had any issues. Small tables, kitchen counters. But here's your bathrooms and your showers, and you can buy a wardrobe. But we just want a bed, and we want a shower. We shower, and it is turned sideways because we do all types of craziness. Rotate on axis. Page down. I wonder what happens. Now let's get us a commode. I know this isn't pretty. You guys can make it prettier if you want to. I'm just not, and it's ups. What is this? Why does that look like a... That's a different shower. There's the toilet, and it's upside down. I'm going to fix that. So now, because the commode, it actually makes you sit on it. Enjoy that. But you see, read it up top. Wipes, have a seat. And it... Watch this. Reduce radiation, restore normal temperature. You see down at the bottom where it's on the bottom left down there where it's doing that sort of stuff. So yeah, we got a nice little thing going on here. Remember, we've got we own the base, so we've got the other medical devices in here. We got a single medical device in here, so we will want to put the armor locker up here eventually. So maybe put the armor locker here. And if you're going to be going into space, you also want to go ahead and put your O2 station down, but you do got to put an O2 tank down as well. So let's put one of those down, and I'll show you a nice little trick for getting quick and easy oxygen for these short little space. But when you're ready to go to space and you want to make an SV to fill the whole ship with oxygen, you're going to need more. So we're going to have our O2 station. We'll put it up here. I don't know if that's going to float. We'll put it here. But now we got O2 tank. We're going to set that back here and push it down. So now we got an O2 tank. So we pretty much got a really good little base here. The core of a base for all our good stuff. We hit this. First aid. Our health goes all the way up. Did we cook that food? We got that food just sitting in here. We never did put it in the fridge, did we? Oh, see, that's quick, right? We just killed all our steak, bros. It's alright. We'll get more. We'll go out and kill some more innocent animals. And we should check our... What happened? Oh, I'm in Heidelberg. Oh, there's fridges in the Heidelberg. We need to get that. Fridge. We're going to finish eating first. Yeah, we're at 500. So we're going to put that stuff up in there. But that's all right. We need this stuff to make those growing plots. Now, we could start planting food and put our plots down over there. But I'm not too into that right now. Because that's just fuel. Because we've got our stuff running. Oh, we got it turned off. Oh, how is our fuel doing in this? Main 20%. I think we forgot to turn this off over here, so I think we destroyed all our power. Yep, we killed all our fuel. And did we make enough fuel to go around? So let's pull all this stuff out. Shift F. We'll put this in out. Over here, all our medicine and stuff over here. We should be putting the medicine. When we go to POIs and stuff like that, those purple POIs, that's where you're going to get like your restroom and Zirconium, enough to make a starter ship, right? You get enough restroom and Zirconium to make my starter CV, to be able to get in space, to loot the other stuff you need. Good to know. So, excuse me. Fuel. So I put all my wood in there. I could have swore we had more fuel. We've only got 6 on us. So we're out of fuel, so we can't use that. So we'd have to use that to make fuel. Because I keep a reserve. I'm smart. So we're going to manage, and we're going to stick one in there, two in there. Right, we're always going to keep one. And now we are going to put F. See, this constructor has a power switch right here. You can turn it off. But we're going to kill the power of the whole base as we go. So we want to go to, I think it's a component there. So we can make some of this Promethean fuel. It takes 10 pellets. Or we can make regular fuel out of our wood. We have wood and we can cut more wood down. So let's make 10, 20, 30 of those. And we got to turn our base back on by hitting Y. While we're sitting here bored doing nothing, we can go around cutting down trees. Make sure inventory is clear so we got enough space. Cut down trees to make sure. Might as well cut the trees down around us. Trees don't grow back, but when you're, because we're cutting them down, but like the vegetables and the spice and all the other stuff. If I was desperate, I'd use that Promethean for that. I think we got enough Promethean to handle it. Our little starter stuff. How are we doing on 247? You can only have one base and one bed, essentially check marked as your home spawn. And it'll give you that as an option, or you can have a ship. It's free XP. Let's loot it. But why won't you let me pick that spice? They just won't give you unlimited listings of places to spawn. But it's, you know, if you don't have one ticked as your home spawn, you might as well tick this little temporary one. Just remember to carry your tent with you and put it up when you stop to get out to stock things. So, Shift F. So we're going to go over here, stick this in, stick the wood in. We got food, we got to stick in the thing. Our fuel comes out here, remember? If you click fill all, it'll take all the fuel you got on you. If I clear this out, I can bring that ship over here to park it. Oh, we got to get the fridges and the food processors out of the Heidelberg so we can destroy that core. Oh, I did it again. P. So all our lights turned on. Did it again. Man, preaching to you guys. Put our food in there. What was our fuel again? We were okay, just idle. We didn't want to fly anywhere. We're going to put some work into it. See, I remember we got that large constructor. We can take that large constructor. Let's see what we're doing on CPU so far on our little base. CPU statistics. We've got 80,000 to work with, and we're only using 16,784. We got plenty of space. I think a large constructor will take up a nice little chunk, but let's see. So let's see. I think I put it over here. Yep, I did. So let's grab it. Large constructor. Now, when you open that, start using that large constructor, you open the world up to possibilities now. I don't care. Put it down. So now you got a whole lot more things that you can create because you got a large constructor. So constructor out. We're going to do it because we want to make fuel and fast. 2 constructors. And this, okay, and as you grow in size of constructors too, it also increases the speed at which they work. An advanced constructor, I think, is twice as fast as a large. The large is twice as fast as small. Small is twice as fast as portable. And everything is faster than your survival. But here's what I was talking about with the oxygen and water and stuff like that, right? Now, let's make a... I promised you guys I'd show you how to make a quick and easy. I think it'd be a device. That's the water generator that you stick in water, right? Now, there's another one, a little compact one that you could make that you just stick on the ground. This one has to be in water. Now, there is one that makes little oxygen bottles and water bottles and little sample things that you're going to need to make when you put down a food processor. Because a food processor and a refrigerator, I don't want to put a refrigerator down here because I want to turn this off and only turn it on as I need it. So if I put a refrigerator down, I got to leave this base running. And I don't want to do that. It's easier just to use that stupid dart for now. Where is that one that's tiny? Is it in our personal thing? I think it might be. I know it's in here. So in our survival constructor, there is a water O2 condenser, and all I need is a couple iron ore. Do I have any iron? I doubt I have iron ore. I've probably burnt all these out already. Copper ore, silicon ore, cobalt ore, iron ore. Let's make 2 of them. No. Let's just make 1 because it takes fuel. So go back into our thing, and now we can make a water O2 condenser. Now this is different than the one you put in the water. It's nowhere near as effective. And the one you put in water makes those things. Just those things, right? You can actually mine ice asteroids in space. When you get certain places, there's planets with nothing on them, or they're all toxic, so there's nothing you can, there's no way to get water or wood or any of those things from those places. So you have to take this stuff with you because you need, these come from this. So see, you need 1 water container to make 10 of those. And you need these to make like your plants that you're going to be putting in your ship, because you can put these grow plots in your ship. And that's usually when I start growing plants, is when I'm building a ship, because you just can't be stopping off the nearest asteroid to pick up plants. So you need these to make your plants. You need these to make certain medicines. You need these to make like fruit drinks that you need to make. There's rations that you can make that don't have an expiration date. And if you can get the resources and everything you need to make those, that is definitely the way to go, because you can just carry those with you nonstop. But it takes quite a bit of plants. It's always hard to find. If you find berries, immediately turn those berries into plants, because you need those plants to make fruit juices, and that seems to be one of the hardest things to find. Don't let those berries spoil. Let's see what we're doing with our tab thing. I want to show our output thing works. Again, these things are personal ones. Oh, F4. I put it in there. No, I didn't. It stayed in my inventory. So we are going to put this near the. Oh, there's no near that. We're going to put it over here. Out the way. If they'll let me put it down. We'll set it right there. Now we're going to get some fuel out of here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll just put 5 in it for now. So you come over to it and you click F, and you just start putting it in. It'll take the first one, swallow it, then you put the second one in. 4. So it's got 5, and now it'll see, you can't control what it's producing. And up here, if you're in a faction, this is where you click allow faction access, because this isn't associated with a base or anything. Once you set a base to be faction access by that drop down menu, it'll people in your faction automatically. But this is associated with anything, so it's got its own faction access up there. So it's running, and it's producing a small O2 bottle. So when you make a ship, it's got O2 containers, just like your base has O2 containers, that you could fill your ship up with it, so that your cabin can have oxygen, or you don't have to be using your suit while you're up there. Or like you could put an O2 station on it, so that when your suit is empty, you can fill your suit. And speaking of suits, you can't make the medium or heavies, but I think they're talking about, or there is like an upgrade kit you can upgrade your suit, but most of the time you just loot them, right? And you can repair them so many times at a repair station. but they're pretty plentiful. I've never had a problem with that. So there we go. We just made an O2 bottle. So when our O2, which is down here, is low, well, you'll see it starts at 375. Now you can put boosters in your armor that you're wearing to increase your O2. I've never found a need for it really, or you can just carry some of these with you or use them to fill the ship. But it's just a nice, easy, early way to create oxygen. And if you start off on a planet that doesn't have oxygen, this thing is the most important thing you're ever going to own because it's going to keep you alive. It's worse than food. So, okay. All right. So I think this is a really good episode. Let's go to bed. Oh, P, main. And now that we have a little med station down, we can click home spawn. So now this becomes our main home base. We can put our tent down somewhere. So we have multiple spawn choices. You can always spawn locally, but it randomizes and sometimes it puts you so far away. So at least you have this option and you don't end up starting off at like the pole med station, which is halfway around the planet. All right. So we're good here. Oh, crap. We're out of fuel already. Yeah. So this stuff is sucking power. So P, manage. When it's done making this fuel, I am shutting it. I'm not going to forget this time. That's done making fuel. That's making 10 more. So we can go ahead and shut this off. See, we can go look at our fuel. We can go to our statistics and see our fuel here. We got 21 minutes of power. The more stuff you add, the more power it draws, the more fuel it uses. Blah, blah, blah. All right, so we learned the multi-tool. We learned a lot of stuff this lesson. Oh, remember, we got to go. I sure went to bed. It's nighttime. Let's go to bed. Oh, the armor locker. So you got a little space over here. You can put your boosters. And then when you put the boosters in here, now you have to be an armor locker to do it. Anyway, let's go to bed. Wake up. Let's go get those food processors. I own it, so I can at least show you the food processors now, I think. Okay, so let's hit P and go to devices. Food processors. There's one food processor. Let's show on HUD. What's up there? Load the boosters. There it is. There's a fridge. So we got to make sure we connect first to something. We're going to connect to that one. So let's F to access the food processor. There's no container associated with it right now, but you can see the different foods. Now, these are the emergency rations I was talking about. See, it needs 1 purified water, 1 hot beverage, 2 fruit juices, 6 energy bars, and 3 salami. It's expensive, but it never expires. So if you can manage to make a farm with all your plots that grow the exact amount of ingredients as you need to be churning these things out, you don't really have to focus on the refrigerator so much. Good luck. I've never figured it out. But there's 3 tabs up here. You can make your health stuff. So you can see alien thorn. You can make antibiotic ointments. The different ointments you need to carry with you. Because when you raid these POIs, you're going to get like dermal burns. And some things kill you faster than others. And it just makes you run in and out. So you're going to make sure you have a good supply of those. But you see you need alien tooth, herbal leaves, and plant protein. And then there's mushrooms. So you need mushrooms. So the herbal leaves and mushrooms are important for making certain things. Now the alien tooth is, I don't know, bro. I have no idea. I think it's literally something you loot. So you got to start looting things for it. And now here's where you do your farming stuff, where you can make all these different crops. So for spice, you need 2 spice. Now we're going around collecting spice. So you need 2 spice, 5 purified waters. That's where the water comes in. And the nutrient solution, which is something you make in here, which is the nutrient solution, which requires stone dust, purified water, and spoiled food. You need the spoil food to make those, and you need those to be put in your constructor to be able to make the plots, whether they be wood, stone, or steel. Now, to make the steel ones, you have to have an advanced constructor. In order to make an advanced constructor, you have to have a large constructor. So we got all this stuff carried away. Now, there's canned goods that you can make in here too that have like an amazing perish time of 282. Those are really good if you plan on being on long missions. Purified water, 2 meat and 4 spice. That's completely doable with a regular farm, right? And vegetables, purified water, 2 spice. Yeah, I mean, that seems a little expensive. I don't know. Maybe it's the same. I don't know. But 307, 282. That's a long time. Canned vegetables is a long time. 307. I think it's hours. I'm gonna say hours. Yeah, that's a long time. All right, so let's pick up our food processor. There should be a second fridge in this thing. There usually is. Let's find out. Another fridge. I forgot to turn the show on HUD thing off. So now that food processor is going to be there. Where's the other fridge? Right in front of me. Just double verify there's nothing else we want in here. No, not really. Not really. But before we store the core, we want to make sure we get everything out of the box and then stick it in ours. Remember? Because we don't have a long Wi-Fi on ours. So of course, our food processor. Our 2 refrigerators. Now, the refrigerators is a really good example of those things too. The refrigerators I find are a little weird. So you always got the little arrow at the bottom indicates it's got a right click menu. Let's spin around so you can see it. So when you click on it, you got 3 different refrigerators. Now this got a volume capacity of 875. It's got a volume capacity of 1.75 KSU, and this has got 875. So this one definitely is larger, but you see the energy it requires. In the CPU, 120, 5 and 120, 5 and 120, 5 and 120. So you get more capacity out of this refrigerator, and they both take up 1 block. All 3 take up 1 block. You get more capacity, same power usage. Now you see it's quite a bit bigger when you look at it. But if decoration is what you're going for, I mean, that'll smooth up to a full block evenly. This one is only a half block in size, so it may be a space thing. But if you want to make like a medical lab or something, that one's definitely got more of a medical lab look. All right. So we're going to put our stuff in here. So when we shut these down, we could move everything. There's nothing in any of these, right? Oh yeah, all the engines are in that one. But that's okay. We'll leave the engines in there. Pick them up as we need them. Because eventually we'll have that ship and we can move those things. And it might be close enough now that I got that there. And we're not going to destroy the core just yet anyway. There's no really need for it until the drone attacks. Once the drone attacks come, we're going to have to fight them off and destroy these things. Or if we plan on going on long bivouacs, we'll have to destroy these cores and just put more down and reactivate our base. But we could definitely shut this base down because it's done making fuel. So we don't burn fuel for no reason. All right. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Please like and subscribe. Blah, blah, blah. All that good stuff. And see you in the next episode when we... I don't know, man. Let's go hit one of those POIs so you can see what it's like getting in one of those. And let's get some rare ingots that are sitting in their storage facilities. So you see how we collect these things to build our next ship. All right, guys. Take it easy.
They say you don't gotta go home, but you can't stay